Welcome back. So as we were discussing, it will take the driver 1 hour and 30 minutes to make it to his second stop from Brookhaven to Hattiesburg. The driver also needs an additional time of 30 minutes to unload his merchandise in Brookhaven before he can start traveling to Hattiesburg. So we have to add 30 minutes to this time to give him 30 minutes to unload the merchandise off his truck at Brookhaven. So if we add 30 minutes to this time frame, it will make for a total of 2 hours for him to get from Brookhaven to Hattiesburg. So with that information, we can look to see that that he will arrive at Brookhaven at 8 a.m. 2 hours from 8 a.m. would be 10 a.m. So we can now type or write down on a piece of paper that he will arrive to his next stop in Hattiesburg, Mississippi on August the 2nd at 10 a.m. So we will go ahead and continue calculating these times. The next store from Hattiesburg will be Picayune, Mississippi. We will follow the same process as we have for the stores prior. We will type in Hattiesburg, Mississippi as our start point and type Picayune, Mississippi for our ending point. As we can see here, it will take 1 hour and 4 minutes to arrive from Hattiesburg to Picayune. Remember, we have to add 30 minutes of time to each stop to give the driver time to unload the merchandise before he starts traveling. So adding 30 minutes to this time frame will give us 1 hour and 34 minutes. We always round to the nearest half hour when scheduling our appointments. So if this total time is 1 hour and 34 minutes, the nearest half hour would be 1 hour and 30 minutes. So if we look here, we see that he will make it to Hattiesburg at 10 a.m. If we add 1 hour and 30 minutes to that time frame, he should arrive in Picayune at 11:30. So we can go ahead and write down Picayune, Mississippi, August the 2nd at 11:30 a.m. If we look at the next store, we see that the next store is in Slidell, Louisiana. So we will again calculate from Picayune as our starting point to Slidell, Louisiana as our ending point. We see that this distance is only 25 minutes. So if we add 30 minutes of unload time to the 25 minutes of driving time, that makes for 55 minutes total. If we round 55 minutes to the nearest half hour, that would make for 1 full hour. So now we can write down that he would make it to Slidell, Louisiana on August the 2nd at 12:30 p.m. Always remember to keep in mind that receiving hours for most Home Depot stores are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So you want to make sure when doing these calculations that you have not exceeded the time of 5 p.m. for the appointment time. Our next stop is in Gulfport, Mississippi. So we will continue the same process. We will add Slidell, Louisiana as our starting point and add Gulfport, Mississippi as our ending point. This traveling time takes a total of 46 minutes. If we add 46 minutes to the 30 minutes of time required, that makes for a total of 76 minutes, which is 1 hour and 16 minutes. If we're rounding to the nearest half hour, instead of 1 hour and 16 minutes, we're going to put it at 1 hour and 30 minutes. So with that information, we see that he will be at Slidell at 12:30. We would make his next appointment for Gulfport, Mississippi at 2 p.m. The last stop on this route is Biloxi, Mississippi. We will continue to do the same as we have for the other stores. We will put Gulfport, Mississippi as the starting point and Biloxi, Mississippi as the ending point. As we see here, this distance is only 21 minutes. The driver needs 30 minutes to unload the truck before he can start traveling. So that makes for a total of 51 minutes. If we round that to the nearest half hour, that makes for 1 hour. So we will go to our notebook or our piece of paper and write Biloxi, Mississippi, August the 2nd at 3 p.m., which is 1 hour away from his appointment time in Gulfport of 2 p.m. We have now completed calculating the times that we will need to give to the stores to let them know what time our driver will be arriving at each store stop. Now we will proceed to calling the stores and giving them the appointment times. We will start back at the top of the order in Enterprise TMS. The first stop is Brookhaven, Mississippi. All of the contact information you need to contact the store will be in the middle section of the order. Receiving phone number is area code 601-833-2696. You will need to dial this number. Once you dial, you will always press 7 for receiving. No matter which store you call, you will always press the number 7 to get to the receiving department. When someone answers the phone, make sure that you're in receiving by asking, is this the receiving department? If for some reason you are not in the receiving department, ask the person that you're speaking with to transfer you to receiving. Once you have arrived to the receiving department, you will let them know that you need to schedule an appointment for your driver. They will ask you what store you're calling with. You will let them know that you are calling, they will ask you what company you're calling with. You will always let them know that you are calling with Midwest Air. That's MIDWEST Air, AIR. Once you let receiving know the company that you're calling for, they will ask you what date and time you would like to schedule for. So if we're calling Brookhaven, Mississippi, you will let them know that we are needing to come August the 2nd at 8 a.m. Once they have put that appointment time in the system, they will ask you for a PO number. A PO number is a number that is used to identify the merchandise that the driver will bring to the store. You can find the PO number for each store at the very bottom of the box. As we see here for Brookhaven, the PO numbers are the following 6 numbers. They will always be the last set of numbers at the bottom of the box. You will not give them the PO numbers for reference number 1 at the top. It will always be reference number 2 at the bottom. So, for example, if the store asked you for a PO number for Brookhaven, Mississippi, you will give them 139-80145. Normally, they will only ask you for one PO number. If they ask you for all numbers, it is okay to give it to them. Once you have provided them with a PO number, they will confirm that they have you scheduled and ask if you need anything else. Anytime you schedule an appointment, you must get the name of the person that you have spoken with. For example, if you ask who you are speaking with and they say Mike, you will write down next to the Brookhaven store that you spoke with Mike on your piece of paper. You will do this for all the stores. If for some reason the appointment time that you are asking for is not available, you will ask for the nearest time available to the time that you are requesting. For example, if Brookhaven does not have an appointment until 8:30, then you will take the 8:30 appointment. We will continue with training in the following video. Please click the next link to continue your training.